Morning, everyone. Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic, back on Route 66. I mean, we didn't leave Route 66, but I am still on Route 66, another abandoned town, at least here on the southern side of Route 66. I'm here in Twin Arrows. Sadly, yes, you will notice there is only one arrow behind me. Over the years, the second arrow has met its fate, fallen to the ground, and it magically disappeared. Probably because somebody scooped it up and has it in their living room. And one year, you're gonna drive by and see this, and that arrow is also going to be gone. That is because the Twin Arrows trading post is not being fixed up. It is not being saved. And if you want to see how badly the interstate bypassed Twin Arrows and why it got so ugly, this lane right here is the off-ramp of Route 66, which at one point connected the bypassed I-40 right here, and then they just closed it off. So you can't even take the exit from I-40 to get to Twin Arrows. They made a new exit. You can maybe see off in the distance where the new Twin Arrows Casino is. It's on the north side of the interstate. So this entire section has been completely blocked off and left. You got to go past it and come back onto Route 66. Poor town. I do want to remind you I am uploading this video with my Trio flat mount on the roof of my trailer, which holds my Starlink dish up there and gives me internet conveniently on the road all the time. No wires, no setup. I know there's some of you thinking right now, oh yeah, I like being able to set it up every day. But can you imagine it just being there and you set it up once and it's just plugged in, you have internet ready to go all the time, no wires, no worrying about someone's gonna come steal it. It works every time you park, just simplifies everything. Trio flat mount has mounts for every application. There's a link in the video description, check it out below. You're gonna be able to find a mount that's gonna work for you, and it's going to simplify things and make living on the road easier, guys. Check it out, video description below. I always joke that you can watch people doing videos from this trading post, and you can kind of get an idea for like when they were here, because the graffiti changes on a daily basis. I mean that, guys. Every day, every night, they come out and make changes to this. Here's exactly what it looks like, and tomorrow it could look totally different. Now, I did visit this place maybe a year ago on our way to Slide Rock, and they had come out and painted this entire thing white. You guys remember? Beautiful white, no graffiti. And they wanted to clean it up, and look how bad it got. Matter of fact, I don't even think you can see the cafe sign anymore. Actually, if you look through the word Oreo, you can see the C, A, F, and E in gray. If you look carefully, you can kind of see it. So this is the cafe next door to the trading post. Incredible. And this would have said Twin Arrows Trading Post for many, many years. People at least did not paint over that, but now they do. This location right here was also movie famous. Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt was had a scene from here when this place was happening, guys. When it was still an action. I've been here and I have filmed the actual fuel pumps right here. People have come and stolen the fuel pumps themselves. Wow. Yeah. This would have been like one of those roadside places where they sell fruits, veggies, something like that. You can kind of still see some of the original shelving in here that would hold those products. Diana's out here exploring the property with me somewhere. We'll run into her. And then back behind the trading post here, more rooms, more spray paint, more shattered glass, roofs collapsing. No idea how much longer some of these forgotten old Route 66 towns will even be standing as you travel. And it's crazy to me because it's so close to Interstate 40. They're just whipping by. It's so close. It's just those bushes between Route 66 and I-40. can. I want to go over to those water towers over there and see if they still have any of the original paint on them, but let's take one more look at the lone standing Aero here and see its condition. These poles are essentially what you would have for power poles, and then the plywood in here, a little bit of garbage in there, but I mean, I don't see any signs of alarming rot going on. The paint and stickers is probably not helping, but I don't know, we may have a little longer than I initially thought with this one. You can see where the other one's at, how the wood itself just rotted away because you've got the wood into the ground with concrete around it, and it can't survive without maintenance, without help, you know? And twin Aeros would need a lot of help, maintenance. It'd be a cool property to fix up, you know? If I owned it, I'd move out here. I'd put my RV right there, get to 50 amp, and I would stay out here. I'd live out here while I fix up the trading post. Gosh, that'd be fun. And of course, I would bring back the other Aero for the twin Aeros. But yeah, these two water barrels used to be so amazing from the interstate. I think this one was a Campbell's soup can, and this one was a big beer, a big old beer can. And I don't think there's anything left from the original. Is this an old pool that's been filled with gravel? I don't know. I'm afraid to look down here. It's like a septic tank. Let's at least go walk over here and see what the barrels look like from over here. A lot of flies. Oh, look. It still kinda looks like soup. Oh, and it's a spray paint can. I love it. That's great. I actually think spray paint is better than a beer can. Okay, so if you come this way, you can still see some of it, although they're starting to graffiti on the bottom there. I'm very happy to see that they're still kind of there for now. Today, Route 66 is gonna force us off the original alignment quite a few times, I know that, so we'll be in and off of the back road, frontage road as they call it, the old Route 66, as well as I-40 for a little bit as we get into Winslow. Let's get back in the NautiBus here and head to Winslow. Well, I wasn't sure if we were actually going to get to test out this. I had heard a rumor that an old Route 66 attraction had been reopened for the 2026 centennial. However, we left Twin Aeros, and as you can see behind me, that's Route 66, and it does not go through, guys. It cut us off again. So you go about 2.5 miles down, make a U-turn, come back out to the interstate, come back out this way, make a U-turn, come back, and again, dead end. But we're here, and guys, Meteor City has reopened with, look, a dino drive-through, family fun. You can see dinosaurs on the other side of the fence, the teepee, and the dome. Yes, it looks gorgeous. Let's go check it out. Let's see here, the Dino Drive-Through Route 66. Load up the entire family in your personal vehicle and drive through our one-of-a-kind dinosaur park with over 30 dinosaurs on display. Guys, look at the paint job. Look at the mohawk here in Meteor City. If you don't know, there was a very large meteor that hit maybe 3 miles back that way, kind of like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. Yeah, there's a huge crater that you can go visit over there. I've already filmed it on this channel. I want to do some new stuff here, and this place looks amazing, guys. They've got an outhouse here, and a teepee, and an old town, complete with a jail and a saloon. And you can shoot right here, test your skills here, and the hotel right there. I want to go in the big dome here and see if I can get a Meteor City magnet. They have this water tower out here, and it says that it's for mining sluice. Easy as 1, 2, 3. You can actually have a little test. They have some water running through a tube here, and then it goes down the trough here, where I think you can kind of pan for the minerals you're looking for. And then in the side lot here, there's a sign for you can paint a bug, just like a Cadillac Ranch. They got 2 Beetles and a Volkswagen van over there that you can paint. And they do sell spray paint if you don't have any with you, $15. Additional cans are $13 in the gift shop if you didn't bring any with you yet. It says they're open. Let's go see what they've done here in 2026. Wow. Look, they got waving aliens here in the UFO. Some strange stuff. I mean, look at that huge skeleton guy in the coffin. He looks like he's been mummified in there. They have restrooms here. Also, have you ever heard of Jocko the musical monkey? For 25 cents he'll play? Let's see if Diana has a quarter. All right, we got quarters. Will you do the honors there, Diana? Give him 25 cents and see what Jocko does.
Oh, you have to lay it down
Oh yeah,
instead of
it's
putting it
vintage.
up.
It is very vintage here.
Ready?
Go. I love it.
It's so cute.
Wow. Rock and roll monkey. There is also a very, very vintage claw machine with a crane. Can you see it? It says Novelty Merchantman with some goodies in there. Very, very old claw machine. Let's feed it a quarter and see if we can capture something. You steer it with this right here, and then you can see in the back maybe, see that dial moving, that'll be your depth, and then you turn it to the side you want. So I'm gonna put it right between center and front, which hopefully will be somewhere in this general vicinity right here. All right, feed it a quarter. Go. Oh. So you control how it closes like that, but I'm gonna try it one more time. I think I can do a little better. I'm gonna put it kind of right there. They're gonna get me with this one, I can tell already. Okay. And I'm closing it. Oh, just missed the Jolly Rancher. That's a tough one. They were a little harder back in the day, I can tell. And not Zoltar, but Zoltan. Different. So I believe you would select, where am I? Gemini right there. And then, what is this for? Do we talk to him? I think we put this to our ear. And he'll talk to us through this magic thing right here. Here, you do it, Diana.
You want me to do it?
I want you to do it, and then select your...
My sign?
Yeah.
I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
So it would be this one.
Virgo. I'm going to put the quarter in. I think you have to press it one more time after I put the quarter in. Push vertigo. There you go. Ooh. Is he saying anything?
Yes.
He is?
Time for you to buckle down and get those things out of the way that you have been putting aside. They will not go away and must be faced up to. You will feel much better and happier.
That's very true. Very good advice.
Is he helping? Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Saying I need to ask for more help.
Aww.
Have an opportunity to invest money.
Interesting.
Thank you. That's really cool.
Thank you, Zoltan.
Is it done? Yeah. So it gives you your horoscope reading.
Okay, it starts with the horoscope, and then it gives you something custom.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. They've also got a Jurassic Winds, where you can pay to feel what a hurricane force wind would be like in that machine there. Look at this old Coca-Cola shooting game. Can honestly say, guys, even as a Coca-Cola collector, I've never seen one before, and it's operational. Look at that. It says, test your skill, have a Coke, and you're gonna try to aim it and shoot it into one of those tiny holes there in all the Coke stuff. Let's give it a shot here. Let's see how good my aim is. I'm going for the Coke bottle on the left there. Oh, a little low. Dang it. Oh, I think I only get 3 shots. Let me see. I only get 4. Let me go for this lower one. Up a little bit to the right. Change my aim a little bit. Okay, I'm not very good at that one. We got, hey kids, play with Peppy the musical clown. Look at that creepy dancing clown in there. Instructions, insert coin, push buttons. Peppy can be operated so as to keep time with the music. So you have his hand, his foot, and then you have his other foot and hand. and you can do it with the sound of the music if you want to help make him dance. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, hand.
Hello, everybody. It's me again, Peppy the Clown.
Peppy the Clown.
Happy as you can get, sing and dance, if you'll just say yes. Now I'm off with a bundle on my back. I'm working on the
Railroad, all my livelong days.
That's really well taken care of.
That's amazing, actually. I love all these vintage games they have here. Wow. Thanks, Peppy. Thanks, buddy.
Here's a great idea. I'm going to the circus, and you're
Oh.
all invited to come along with me.
Cool. Let's go to the circus, honey.
All right.
Meet Laughing Sally. This animated figure, affectionately known as Laughing Sally, was used in many of America's amusement parks at the centerpiece of their fun houses. Oh, creepy. There's a button. I'm going to have Diana hold that button down. We'll see if she's going to laugh here. Whoa.
That's creepy.
Her missing tooth is hilarious. Sally's having a good time. I don't think I want her laughing at me, though. They got an entire amusement park here. It does say that the Palisades Amusement Park is currently under restoration. That's funny. Look at all these little toys and stuff. I believe there's a way to make this work. I might have to go over here to the ticket counter. Hold green button for the Ferris wheel action. Ready for this? Nice. Wow, and there's people in every car. There's a woman in that one. There's a dad and a daughter in the yellow one. That is so cool. Of course, an old-time favorite, Catch a Ducky. Catch a Ducky, win a prize, our special ducky net, and catch a rubber duck as he floats by. That's the game that you can't lose, right? Let's get this guy over there. And we got number 2. What a fun stop. We weren't sure that we were gonna have too many stops before we got to Winslow, and here we are. Like, this was a really fun stop. I got cheer wine. I know camper van Kevin showed me one of these when I was in Georgia one time. And the clerk inside said the best way to describe it is it tastes like Dr. Pepper and Cherry Coke combined, which sounds amazing, right? And Diana found a weird one too.
It's a butterscotch beer, but it's a soda.
It's like okay, butterscotch. It's probably got real cane sugar too, huh? Well, like I said, we're gonna have to get back onto I-40 probably for the rest of the trip until we get back to historic Route 66 that's actually open. So we'll do that. Diana's gonna save her. She put it in the fridge already. I'm gonna try mine. Is it twist off? It is twist off. Cheer wine. It's probably been 6 years since I've tried one of these. Oh yeah, it is. It has to be Dr. Pepper and Cherry Coke. Try that. It's refreshing.
Well, that's good.
That is tasty. Cheer wine. It's hard to find everywhere too.
These old sodas are like super sweet, aren't they?
Yeah, because it's pure cane sugar. It's like the way they used to make sodas.
Yeah.
All right, back on the road. I just need Mr. Chunksimus Monksimus to move out of my seat because you ain't driving, boy. You can whack me all you want. You still gotta move. I still can't get over how cool Meteor City was and how long it took him to restore that attraction and bring it back on Route 66. It's so refreshing to have something come back, you know? Anyway, well, we're here. Diane and I really wanted to do some camping, and she's never been to this place. I have been going here for 9 years when in the Winslow area. We're just 5 miles away from downtown Winslow where you can stand on the corner there. And this is McHood Park, which has changed drastically over the years. And I don't know if their changes were necessarily a good thing because as you can see, every site here is open. In fact, the only people here is camp host. So this used to be free for 14 days. Yeah, you could camp here. I've had almost every RV that I've owned camp in this upper spot right here, although you can get down a little farther closer to the water, and it's no longer free for 14 days. I'll just point that out. So there's McHood Lake, a beautiful lake here in Arizona. There is some actual camping down there as well, but you'll notice if you go down there actually that you don't have lakefront. Like it looks like if I park right there, you'd be right in front of the lake, right? No, those green shrubs are all you're staring at. So you got to deal with the mosquitoes all night long, and you still don't get to look at the water. You can't see the water from any of these campsites, this one, or obviously any of these ones down here. So it looks like it's waterfront, but it's not. So that's why I kind of prefer being up here, because you're a little more level, although I did have to use my leveling jacks, and you can actually see the lake from there. I can just walk down the lake whenever I want to, but yeah, no longer free. At one time you could even get one night for free and then you had to pay for additional nights. Well, they're getting rid of all that. It is $15 flat rate to dry camp. $15 a night. They are all pull-through sites up here. So I already got Silverback out of the bus. We have a huge front yard. We're in the very first one where you come in the road right there. We've got a fire ring, but there are fire restrictions in Arizona right now, so only propane fires. A picnic table, a stand-up briquette grill right there. Got the trailer open, trying to air it out, because although it's not 112 today, like in Mojave Desert, it is 97 degrees, and you can feel that dry heat in the air right now. So mini splits are keeping up for us. We're doing just fine. I guess that's my threshold. Anything over 100 degrees outside, and we may have some problems boondocking in the bus. We might need to plug in, but as long as we stay under triple digits, we're okay here. And it's just a short ride over to Winslow tomorrow. We actually booked 2 nights here. You pay at a kiosk when you come in and then put the receipt on your windshield. So we paid $30 for 2 nights. I think that's a great price, and it helps support the city of Winslow, Arizona. So yeah, that's our digs. Look, Yang's thinking about coming out the window. Look, can you see her eyes? That, I'm gonna point to it right there. She's right there. I set up her ramp so she can come outside. Oh, here she goes. She's gonna jump. Good girl. And then she's gonna go down the ramp. Good girl. And then she's gonna go straight under the bus. It's really, really warm outside, so I doubt that she will be on any hot pavement. She may not even trek around here, but she loves to explore underneath the bus. She's got a couple hiding places that you can kind of see her again. She's right behind the rear tire. She'll kind of hop up underneath the carriage of the bus, and she just likes to stay close to us in these places right now. And pretty much every night at either sunset or dusk, she'll hop back in. So she's very happy on the road having her half of the bus, while the other kitties, especially Opie, you can see he's just completely stressed out here in the front. Just so stressed out about everything. No, he's passed out. I'm gonna let him sleep. It's nice to be back to camping in the bus. It's hard to do that in California. And you know, I'm okay with paying a little bit of a fee. Not everything has to be free like it used to back in the old days. It's just, I start to worry, you know, a summer weekend in July in Arizona at the lake, and it's empty. And it's like, maybe 15's too much. Maybe it should be $8 or $9. I don't know, that's tough. That's a tough call for me, but, oh, she's going back in. She's going back in. You going back inside, Yang? Too much? Yeah, it was too much for her. Okay, she's back in. That was quick. Sometimes she just needs a little bit of outdoor just to kind of reset. She's basically a nomad like Diane and I. Just, you got to have those reset moments. That may have been good, and we'll try again later tonight. But yeah, we are, Diana's cooking inside tonight. She's gonna be making rice and either teriyaki chicken or orange chicken tonight. So I got the white rice there. I got this window cracked right now. Yes, it's letting in some heat, but we did need to vent that, and I get to keep my mini split set to, I just set it to the lowest temperature so it never cycles off until 7 p.m. Oh yeah, Diana just added the Orange chicken flavor to the chicken. We were going to eat outside. We have picnic tables out there, but it's so warm. I was going to bring out my Coca-Cola umbrella thing, but we still have high winds. It's been funny because I feel like every day since we left San Bernardino, the weather forecast, instead of seeing a sun, because it's been sunny every day, they don't put sun in the forecast. It's just wind. Wind, wind, wind. Every day has been wind. We have not got a wind break in forever. And that'll just blow over our Coca-Cola awning umbrella. So we're going to eat inside. Ah, yeah. Orange chicken and rice. And we are watching the 1978 Walt Disney classic, Flight of the Navigator. A classic. Come on. Eating inside. Oh, yeah. Pretty nice star movement out here. It's nice to get away from the big cities and actually see those stars at night. Playing around with some of the new Startail features in there. Diane and I are getting ready to go take the bike out to go stand on the corner of Winslow, Arizona, Route 66, the big shield in the road. We've both been there before, but I'm just gonna stop by real quick. Today is going to hit 100 degrees. They said yesterday 98, and I just telling you guys, my threshold for boondocking no longer over triple digits. So we're getting out of here tomorrow. Today we're gonna hit 100 degrees, and we realized something last night. The camp post here, there's nobody in there. There's nobody occupying that. In fact, the vehicle there has no door on the other side. The window's open. With 100 degrees here, that trailer, they're not running a generator, power, or anything. It's easily 160 degrees in there. So I know we are the only ones here. And there were some other surprises. Our little friends, our little tiny friends that visited us last night.
Not fun. They're not our friends, no.
Right before the sun went down, we saw the ants. The ants were everywhere, guys. We had ants making lines all the way through here, all the way down the ribs, all the way up our tires. We went through half a gallon just spraying them all. I think, yeah, they're all dead now. They're just little baby ants. See them right there? Yeah, they seem to be gone now. I remember this about some places. You have to spray your tires. So we did bring our barrier spray with us with the nozzle on the bottom. So I hit all the rubber of the motorcycle, the levelers in the back to keep them off. And I don't see any more ants today. But there's another thing going on. We call them goat heads. Let me see if I can find some on my shoe. Oh yeah, of course. Goat heads, those really sharp looking things. They are everywhere here. Pets, especially dogs, hate them. They get stuck in their paws and they're sharp.
They're really dry, so it hurts a lot more when you're stepping on them.
Yeah, and then some pets will try to lick them off, and then they'll get them caught in their throat. Yang doesn't even want to come outside anymore. I don't blame her. So we think that they may be just kind of letting this place go. They probably thought in their mind, we're going to make $1 million here by all of a sudden charging people to stay here overnight. And as you see, nobody's here. Nobody is here except us. And I'm no longer going to recommend this place because they're not even investing our money into keeping the park upkeep. Look at the weeds. Every campsite is like this. I mean, this is not just one season of neglect here at this campsite. This is, you know, we have completely given up and we're not maintaining any of these paid campsites any longer. Now I realize there's nothing they can do about the mosquitoes. Oh, I forgot to mention the mosquitoes. Since we were the only light inside the bus within a 5-acre radius here, we had skeeters all the way up here. They were getting in the screens too. Those no-see-ums. So yeah, McHood Park might be on the way out. But anyway, let's hop on Silverback here and we'll go to Winslow and go stand on the corner. So why is this corner so famous? Why do people love to stop and get a picture of one of the largest Route 66 shields on the entire route? Well, this is the most famous corner on Route 66. This is Winslow's corner, made famous by the Eagles song. There's a verse in there, standing on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. A little photo op over here too. It is a monster shield here. Glorious. And right over here is the official spot to go. You see the brick wall behind us. And by this sign right here, standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. A couple restaurants around here, a couple other fun photo ops. They got the old pickup truck, flatbed pickup truck over here. I believe it just stays here as a photo op. Oh yeah, people have put their stickers on it and everything. So a couple little photo ops you can get. I've been standing here trying to sing the song in my head, trying to come up with what's the name of the Eagles song. It's driving me crazy. Standing on the corner. That's not the name of the song. Take It Easy. It's called Take It Easy by the Eagles that has that verse, standing on the corner. So we'll go grab a magnet and maybe get a bite to eat. It is warm today, and it was warm on the bike too. I was sweating. Go get a magnet, maybe see if there's a patch.
Yes.
All right. Bunch of cars coming through right now. What does it say on the side? Hey, Centennial Caravan Route 66. Okay. I guess that's an official caravan. Look at the penny press here. It's got the corner. It says, take it easy, like a license plate. The store, they got a take it easy. Not neon, that's LED. Winslow, Arizona. I think I found a magnet I like. It just says, take it easy, like a Winslow license plate. Different, right? All right, we're trying a new place here. Never been to. Shorty's with the taco. But they got burgers and Mexican food here. More importantly, they got air conditioning.
Oh yeah, that's very nice.
Nice. All right, our food has arrived. By the way, Shorty's is a relatively new restaurant on Route 66 here in Winslow. They just opened in June of last year, in 2025. So they're almost brand new here. I don't know what this building was before, but awesome. Look at this, guys. They are not tater haters. Tater tots, that's right. And Diana got tacos. So a little bit of American food, a little bit of Mexican food. I like it. It's a really good burger. My goodness. Don't know if I mentioned, we are going to watch a movie tonight. Got the outdoor projector screen up for the second time. We watched Easy Rider when we were near Valentine area, and now that we just did Twin Arrows yesterday, we're going to watch the cult classic Joe Dirt outside. We're going to start it at 8 p.m. It does say quiet time is 10 p.m. here, so it's only an hour and a half movie. We'll be good. There's nobody out here, but yeah, we're going to brave the heat a little bit tonight, sit outside, and try to watch a movie outside. We had a lot of fun last time doing this, so we'll make popcorn and do all that fun stuff. But yeah, we need to get to a little bit cooler climate because the nights out here, we're not regrouping because the lows are still in the 80s and, well, upper 70s at like 5 a.m. But as we go to bed, it's still 90 degrees at 10, 11 p.m. And that is a little toasty. We can't run the mini. We'll kill our battery if we try to run the mini split overnight. Unfortunately, I wish I had 4 more of those batteries. You know, another 20 grand in batteries. Yeah, there's no perfect science to it, but we're gonna have fun tonight. All right, just getting our previews set up here with the old-timey drive-in feel. The sun just set behind us, and it is glorious over there, guys. Look at that. That's fantastic. Yep.
Hey, Dad.
Joe Dirt is a baby. Yep, got our popcorn and our drinks. We're chilling.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Right there. Poor little Joe Dirt got lost at the Grand Canyon. Aww. See the twin arrows in the background there? There he is. That's what we were waiting for. We saw that yesterday.
Are you nuts, dude?
It's a stupid movie, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Great movie last night. As the sun comes up, you can see Yang here. This is how she greets us every morning. There's no sleeping in with a black cat. She's like a rooster. She wakes us up every morning right before the sun comes up so we can see how beautiful it is. All right, guys, we're going to get back to Route 66 in my very next video. Have a good night. We'll see you again.